Man, dog. Man. You gotta talk to Big Bro, dog. He got to at least clean up his mess, bro. Or you gotta, bro. Y'all got us late. We ain't been late since we started.
Well, you know the thing is, in all fairness, you should do a check. I always like to do a check before I go on and make sure everything is on point.
That's your job. Right. This is why we on your network for you to do the check.
I can't do everything, bro. But we have to work as a team in tandem together.
You gotta do one thing.
No, Steele, you couldn't even pull off the prank phone call I asked you to pull off last Friday. Of all the trivial nonsense.
I'm not good with last minute, bro. I'm horrible at last minute. If I
we have to do the live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So why would anything be last minute?
But still, though, how am I getting put off on? Why is this getting put on me? Let's just handle the solution. Y'all want to blame me?
What's the name?
Aren't you the producer?
What's the name? Y'all blame me for something
of the network, Pete, please?
That could have very well got solved that I normally catch all the time.
What's the name?
And I was doing something else.
What's the name of the network, Pete?
The Peter Boss LLC network.
It's digital soapbox. Let's get on with the show. This ain't about chastising me for what I do and don't do.
This is the show. The show is you holding you accountable. This is a part of the reason that
this ain't about holding. That's some BS.
Right? I thought this was going to be about pimples.
Hold me accountable for what?
Why is Steele in America infatuated with bullshit?
Oh, I'm not infatuated. You know what the problem is? You refuse to believe the truth about some people.
You called me this morning telling me about a fight Michael Jackson and Tupac got into, and you think that's the truth.
I don't know if that's the truth or not, but the dude said he sounded convincing. It could be. It could be true, though.
So this isn't about pimple videos.
Dude put them hands on. Dude put them hands, paws on dude. Boop, 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 boop. Leave it down alone.
So you believe Michael Jackson?
No, I don't necessarily
got into a fist fight.
You know what? In regards to that one, I think that's something we probably would have heard about. I think it's probably like 50-50 the stuff that be lies out there. Be a lot of lies. And I think more so than people lying, dog, I think they just put extras on small situations. Now, they could have gotten in an argument. I don't think it was no fist fight.
Maybe they just were at the same airport together at the same time, going to different places.
No,
that's probably what really happened.
No, this guy says that Tupac has said something to Quincy Jones' daughter, like, get the F in the car or whatever like that, right? And Michael said, I don't want you to talk to her like that. And they got into it, and he told Michael to mind his own business. And they said Michael got the best of him. Now, I think we could have heard about that if that would have been true.
Hey, and anybody from Gary, Indiana got a puncher's chance.
Yeah. Said Michael Jackson moonwalked on him. It said, Pac, when we dance, there's a magic.
I picture it was love. Like the pugilant version of how Chappelle depicted the basketball game with Prince. Like Game Blouses was like knockout Jackson. Same concept. Don't talk to her like that.
But that could be true. I could see Prince and his team beating Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy and his team in a game of basketball. I can understand why we didn't hear about that. But the fact that Steele is calling me convinced that Tupac and Michael Jackson got into a fight.
No, I wasn't convinced. I just asked you if you saw it.
You know,
I swear to God, I've seen that on the internet for like a long time.
You know,
that was my first time hearing about that. I know I got some juicy stuff coming up, boy. When I drop this stuff that I'm about to drop on the internet, boy, the internet might explode.
You cannot. You are too big to make this work, Steele. Nobody is going to take you serious as a gossip columnist.
I'm not. That's not gossip. That's this report news. This is a real situation that's going on.
This is not reporting news, Steele.
That is reporting news, especially when she got receipts on stuff.
That ain't even no receipts. She don't have no receipts.
How you know what she got? Have you spoke to her? Have you helped me vet her any? Have you not seen the videos that I got? Have you not seen the video? I've seen video on certain stuff.
What video have you saw, Steele?
Blow the lid off some stuff.
You always try to tell me all these people in hip hop is gay, but you never seen it. So it got to be one or the other.
It's a whole lot of.
So you was at the parties where these rappers was getting busted?
You know what? No, I haven't seen nobody actually get busted, but I've seen people do some very suspect stuff, though.
So then how are you so certain that these people are homo? Like, how do you carry yourself to allow your mouth to be able to say these people homosexual?
Gee, you just don't believe now. Sometimes I think for you to be as smart as you are, bro, you kind of naive to certain things.
So you just sure because you've been watching men be gay this whole time. So come out and tell me.
Say not using phrases like "come out and tell me." In
the thing is, when it comes to stuff like that, though, bro, when it comes to stuff like that, it's not my place to go tell nobody's sexual orientation.
You be telling me sexual orientations all the time. I just be saying, how can you verify it?
Well, the thing is, if I'm somewhere, man, first of all, anytime I've been in those situations, I've always left because I
bet you did, but you always know what happened.
That's not my thing. Yeah, because you can see it, dog. It's right in the party. People get the sniffing, they get the drinking and doing all kind of stuff, man. It's weird stuff that goes on.
But you just leaving.
I leave. I bone out.
You a lie,
maybe again, the phraseology needs work.
And I've heard this information from people that are very much better. They have no reason to lie.
Still,
no reason to lie. It's a whole bunch of people out here, man, that's doing some real wicked stuff, man.
I know. Still,
it's real.
Me and Pete is staring at one. It's two guys who know one guy on the stage.
You haven't been enough. You haven't been to the events to even know because you don't go nowhere.
So come out and say you've been going to these events where men were sleeping with men and you was there.
No, the thing was, no, that's not it. You're not gonna try to. You're not gonna do that to me, bro. That's not.
Oh, you gonna own it.
The thing is, no.
You gotta stop.
I had a job. I had a job in the publishing industry, and we would go to ASCAP parties. We would go to BMI parties, and we would go to certain award parties like that. And we would be invited to these things, and I would always wind up leaving because it would get too weird after a certain time.
What was the name of the first type of party that you mentioned?
You definitely be hanging around whatever you just called those people. That's why you know who gay.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not hanging around a bunch of chump punks all day. Don't do that.
What was the name of the types of parties you said before BMI parties?
BMI party? What are you talking about?
You just said all these different types of parties.
Oh no, like you got ASCAP. Those are publishing.
That one. What the hell kind of party is that?
Those are performing rights parties. BMI is a Performing Rights Association. Peter.
What's ASCAP?
ASCAP is a Performing Rights Association.
Okay.
It's a writers association. They have awards ceremonies.
So you went to the ASCAP party and got kind of gay and you boned out?
I was an A&R. No, ASCAP is not nothing to be. And don't say the G word on my channel. You got to be more slick than that. The thing is this. I had a job function to do, a specific job function. I'm an A&R. We were winning awards because my producer that was signed to the label had won producer of the year there before. We had a big record. We had ice cream paint shops. So I would be at these parties and I would see certain people do weird things and we would leave all the time.
So why did you go to the next party if somebody did something at the first party?
Because you can't go to no party where you're scared of somebody doing stuff. First of all, I'm real secure in my masculinity. Ain't the fruit bone in my body.
So you have to go to the parties to a point. Like you got to be there from 9 to 11. You don't have to be there from 11 to 4.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always wound up leaving, and not because all the time. It wasn't weird. And then the thing is, to be honest with you, there's not weird stuff going on all the time. That may be every 2 or 3 parties. No, it's some weird stuff that does go on in some places.
Steele, you always telling me, okay, first off, this is No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon, Pacific Standard Time, where we entertain y'all eating y'all lunch. You feel me? That part right there. Click the like button, the thumbs up button right there on YouTube. Support this video. You feel me? Shout out to the No Ceilings Podcast. Link in the description. Click that link. Subscribe to the No Ceilings Podcast on Apple Podcasts or anywhere where you get your podcast. Still, I just find it funny that I've known you for all these years and you've been telling me which hip hop artist may be homosexual or is homosexual.
And you know what?
Don't know how.
I'm really not that messy because if I blow the lid off of it, oh my God, the internet will break down. If I told the stuff that I know and I don't heard, bro,
go and say it.
the internet will break down, bro.
Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
tell
tell you,
us.
it's a whole bunch of them out here. There's a whole bunch of zesty dudes out here.
Just give us one.
Zesty.
One. Just one. Just for the show. Come on. The
tell us-
audience
tell us
deserves
then.
one.
Show it.
The
Tell us
audience
then.
Man,
deserves
I'm not
one.
gonna do that, dog. I'm not messing
The
like
audience
that.
doesn't just come out here.
The audience,
for
most of
the
these
sake of
audience
it.
members know who's zesty and who ain't.
No, they don't.
One of the
Everybody
biggest
wants
zesty just got
confirmation.
No, because none of us. I went to all these parties you went to. I never saw this stuff you saw.
Gee, you ain't been in the right parties, bro.
So you,
Man, I'm gonna tell you this.
so you,
the homie Cocaine was just on the show
so
and told
you
y'all
was at the right parties, and you
well, the
saw
thing
it
is,
happen.
G, you probably didn't have access to the places I had access to. I'm an executive. You probably didn't have access to them. There's only certain you got to be
I
big
know.
dog.
So at the exactly where you and Clive Davis and y'all was at the same party. So tell us what you saw. Stop acting like you didn't see it.
Man, first of all, the thing is this, G. You just can't go around putting people's business out there, dog. There's a lot of stuff. You still got a career going on. I got still stuff I got to do. I'm not about to get shut down off of trying to snitch on somebody because really I don't care like that.
Oh, you gonna get killed by these people because you told what you saw.
Man, I ain't gonna get mad. I'm not worried about that. You know, I stay heated.
Or they might tell what you did.
It's easier getting concrete information out of Kamala Harris than this.
Don't try to get on here and make it get some headlines off me because I ain't did shit.
I'm not getting headlines.
You trying to make it don't make it seem like that. Don't even play with my sex. Don't play them sex games with me. I don't never did nothing like that.
If you getting invited to the gay parties and I'm not.
No, the thing is, it's not about
why are they inviting you?
These are very much parties that anybody that's in the industry get invited to. I wasn't the only one there.
So somebody with a top 60 record in the country don't get invited to these parties. But
the thing is, if you wasn't winning no ASCAP and no BMI awards, we was winning the award. We won an award.
But I got nominated and I went to these parties. I've never in my life saw anything that you saw. You, this man above me,
you're not looking at it. And I know how you do when you go to a party. You go somewhere and stay for 5 minutes and leave. You don't ever stay at the party.
Because I'm not gay.
It don't have nothing to do with being gay, G. It's a whole lot of street people
there. Why do you always see
a whole bunch of women there, a whole bunch of
watch your language
with their wives and everything. I'm talking about a few people that's up at the party that's doing suspect stuff.
It ain't just be a few people. Everybody comfortable with it if you there. Hold on. Shout out to the homie Craze for the super chat. All 3 super chats for the day. Buying us some lunch. We for sure can get some cheeseburgers with this. Then tell cuz, then tell it. Cuz sick of these niggas capping for clout. Yes, that's what it's starting to come out.
Man, you know what? First of all, I ain't capping for clout. Y'all gonna make me leave in a minute if people keep insulting me. I'm telling you, I've just seen things at the party. If I want to get clout off of it, I'll be out here telling it. I ain't told nothing. I ain't saying nothing about nobody.
I thought you said you were unveiling it tomorrow. You're just teasing it until tomorrow.
Outside of conversations that we have in the private, I've never went on my show and said nothing about that.
We own, Craze. We own right now. And he talking about he finna leave. Now you seem like you worried.
No. The thing is, ain't nobody gonna talk about, well, you doing it for clout. You chasing for clout. No, I ain't never did
nothing. You are chasing for clout.
The stuff that I know, I can go on and easily get millions of views if I went out there and revealed it.
You be revealing. You got a lady right now. You got a lady right now revealing stuff. Don't try to act like you not the person doing this. And don't try to make us feel bad because we confronting you, this guy to the top left, for doing it.
The thing is, I didn't invent the rules to the game. I'm just a participant.
But you playing it.
I didn't invent the rules though, dog.
So then don't try to act like, don't try to take your hand. Don't try to say your hands is clean.
If I want to be a foul dude, I could tell all kind of stuff.
But you is being foul in theory, right?
I've never told on nobody. I've never told what nobody is doing, and I've never betrayed nobody's trust. I got a good friend, dog. He told me some stuff, man, that kind of broke my heart, dog. One of my favorite rappers, dog. One of my favorite rappers of all time told me, dog. And the dude, it kind of made sense. The stuff the dude said in his book coincide with stuff that the homie told me. Now, if I was to say something about that, it would be betraying the homie's trust, because he would know that he the one that told me, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that would go down, so I just leave it alone, bro.
But you always revealing information on people. Huh? Okay, are you hiding from the other platform you got going on, guy up there?
I don't hide from no damn body. You got me messed to hide for what?
I'm saying, okay, so people know about your other show that you're producing? You cool with people knowing you producing that show? Like, am I going to leak out information? The show where the specific person with the receipts on this specific, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh well, no, I don't want everybody to know what I'm producing. Some stuff I don't want people to know about.
Oh, you want people to know you're
so you're an in the closet producer.
Yes.
Yeah, some stuff I produce on the low, man. This is business is based on a certain economics. So yeah, I do dibble and dabble in certain other things that I don't necessarily.
Whoa, take it easy. Language.
Dibble and dabble.
So you sell your soul for
context.
Oh no, I would not sell my soul for nothing, dog. The thing is, it's just like a lot of people don't know Disney is involved in a whole bunch of other stuff that they don't necessarily put their name on.
So that means you're hiding. So that means you're hiding what's going on.
No, I'm not hiding. It just means that I do certain other things. I have certain other shows and pieces of content that I don't necessarily put out there. I don't care if somebody finds out. It's not like I'm gonna be running and hiding and denying it.
So then what's the problem with claiming your work if you're proud of it?
Well, the thing is, dog, the thing is this. I have nobody really knowing I'm a producer for Hollywood Street King. That was one of the biggest websites on the planet, dog. So yeah, that's an accomplishment. And it's gonna be good for it because I'm kind of flipping the narrative on that site. You know, Hollywood Street King was around before TMZ and all that.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Squishy. I seen you, homegirl. Shout out to Pops for making the drive. I'm glad you listening. Gulf Coast Connection. Chris, what's happening? Bella, Sharice, Lifted, Craze, Mark, what's happening, man? We up in this thing and we on Steele ass. Because we passed
We gonna have to switch to something else because I'm not about to tell them people's business, dog. The thing is, everything ain't for nobody to know. Some stuff for people to find out on their own, dog. Because the thing is, I'm not trying to get it, man. The stuff I know in my head, dog, is like some top secret military stuff, man. I know a lot about stuff, dog.
Because you was there.
No, not all the time, not there, dog. I get information sent to me, dog, all kind of stuff. Like from verified people, dog. People ain't got no reason to lie.
Verified source if you never saw nothing with your eyes.
I have seen stuff, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Man, don't get me started talking, G.
Please don't start talking. But what I'm saying, this is what me and A. Shout out to the OG MC8. We was on Gangster Chronicles Wednesday. The episode is up, and we was on Steele about him standing bullshit. He always got some bullshit going on. So that's why the name of this live is Why Steele in America Infatuated with Bullshit.
You gotta say BS, dog. Don't say B. Don't say the curse. That full word.
15 minutes. We can't say it now.
Let me see what time.
Apparently we can't say much of
anything. Yeah, that'd be all right.
Okay, so Steele and BS. And Steele, y'all don't know Steele. Off air, Steele was always telling me who is gay. He know who gay. He always telling me this, that, and the third. He was at a party.
Hey man, hold on. I'm gonna go on my archives and I'm gonna share a little bit of information with y'all. This is breaking news right here.
Oh God. Shout out to my boy Craze with the super chat again. Craze, I love you, homie. On everything, cuz that's solid. If you ain't gonna
like speak, this type of stuff, I get you. Hold on.
Speak.
Hold on, listen to this. I'm gonna give y'all hold on. This is a world premiere right here. I'm gonna share something with y'all that ain't even out there yet. And I don't even know if I'm gonna share, but I'm gonna share with y'all. Listen, let me press play real quick. Can you hear this?
Yes, we don't want to hear this.
So we all know that Diddy is very close with his mother. Should she be at these parties?
First of all, that's not really his mother. That's his auntie that raised him like she was his mother. And they've been having sex with each other since he had puberty.
That's the type of stuff I know, bro. See the type of information I get.
You just let anybody tell you anything.
You heard what she said, right?
Yeah, again, you let anybody tell you anything. You like a tabloid journalist.
This is what I'm not telling you, dog. She has video that she had hidden there, and this actually I've seen video of this happening.
You did not see no video.
She got video, dog. I don't have no reason.
You ain't saw it.
She got video of that. I vet when I talk. I don't let people just tell me stuff. I have to vet it to make sure it's factual.
No, you don't.
I can't be out there putting out bad information.
Yes, you do.
And I can play something. I'm gonna play you something else. This for our lunch people right here for the lunch crew. I'm gonna let them in on something else too that I heard right here. This go bust the thing open. This go bust the gates open.
Super cap.
You can't say things like
3 a.m. all of a sudden, niggas was naked, niggas was on chains, niggas walking, butt naked with white towels on, Ja Rule running around with his, flapper out, Diddy smacking them on the ass.
Wait, who is that? I know that voice.
Man, you don't know this voice. You don't know this part. You probably saw her on TMZ before. She's been on TMZ. She's making her rounds right now, but no, you don't know her.
What was the voice?
It ain't important. See it when it come out. The game is to be sold, not told. Premiering on Digital Soapbox Network this Monday. I'm like Ringling Brothers, bro. I got to bring the circus to life.
Steele, you're full. I don't know how you could actually be okay with just saying this bullshit.
I'm not saying nothing, bro. This her giving the information that has nothing to do with me.
You don't think you have a responsibility as like a tabloid guy as a journalist to actually really
all I have a responsibility is to make sure that what she's saying is somewhat factual, that I do as much research as I can, and that I make sure that she sign off on stuff that she's responsible for it. My other responsibility is to make sure I put the disclaimer up there at the beginning of this stuff to say, hey, look, I've investigated this to the best of my ability. Now, whatever happens after that, if you somehow impacted by this, it has nothing to do with me, you don't have to watch it. I'm not out there making nobody watch nothing.
Yeah, but how can you think that's okay as a man to be like not accountable for the information you allow?
I'm not accountable for what? What am I doing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not harming a soul. I'm not harming nobody. And you lucky I'm not putting out half the stuff she told me I'm not gonna put out there because it could be very damaging to certain people. I'm not doing that, dog.
You don't think this is damaging to Diddy's case where people are actually making all of these allegations?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Whether I say something or not, man, I can't help that freaky old dude is the 69 guy. I ain't telling him to go do what he did.
Yeah, but you don't know what he did. You don't care what he did.
I'm going with the people saying, gee, I don't know. I wasn't there personally.
You don't think that you are a canal or a barrier to what people hear? Do you not?
So just now, just because I put somebody on the show and do it, that's gonna just make Diddy's just whole case. That's gonna put him in jail forever. I ain't, man. What's gonna happen to him? Gonna happen to him regardless of whether I put this out or not.
That's crazy.
If I don't do it, somebody else go do it.
You're going to hell, bro. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not going to hell. You're going to hell. Go to hell. Sunday. No, I'm not. I go to church every Sunday, dog.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. No, because I'm responsible with the information I disseminate.
See, you go to hell for judging me for saying that.
I'm not judging you. I'm not. I'm saying your commitment to the pursuit of economics makes you unaccountable as a man.
No, it's not, dog. I don't, dog. See. So when all these other people do what they do, that's fine. But the moment I dibble in it, oh, you have a responsibility to this and that. I don't got a responsibility to do nothing but get paid. That's what my responsibility is, to get paid. Like the homie Young Dolph used to say, get paid, OG, get paid. Get paid, and get paid.
How'd that work out for him?
Get paid.
How did that work out for Dolph?
Hey, man, you know what, G? This has nothing Puffy's case has nothing to do with me. I'm reporting you all made like 2 or 3 videos for it yourself. How is you any different than me?
I spend my time trying to actually make sense of what the brother's going through and giving an unbiased opinion. You are allowing different things to incriminate him and to sway the public into believing he's some kind of deviant.
So you know what? I'm not swaying the public into nothing. Whether I put this video out or not, they already don't determine what's going on with dude.
So you just don't care at that point. Fuck him.
No, I didn't say that. He's a fan.
You're gonna put out a video where some lady's alleging he sucks his mom's titty, bro. You're doing that. You're doing that.
I'm not the first. She's not the first one to say that.
Why would you even want to be a part of that?
Bro, I'm not saying that. I'm reporting on stuff. See, you're the one that got you worse than me. Because you know what I would never do. I would never put you on no video and live in front of a whole bunch of people accusing you of being a lot of things, accusing you of being messy. I'm not messy at all.
You accuse me of being street all the time.
If I was messy, dog, I'd be putting a lot of stuff out that I know, dog.
You are messy.
No, I'm not messy at all. There's a lot of stuff that I don't tell.
That don't mean
what I don't tell is important because I do have a level of honor to my stuff. Because I do have a level of honor to my stuff. I'm not gonna put out.
There is no honor in this.
Yes, it is. I don't put stuff.
It's totally unhonorable.
It's somebody, dog, that I know something about right now, and it's for real, and I got receipts on it. If I wanted to be messy, I'll put it out there. And it's big too. It's big. It could crack this foundation. It's big. It could rip the lid off a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm not gonna do that though.
But you finna put out a video in the middle of Diddy fight for his life of him sucking his mother's titties.
You the one to keep saying it, dog. I didn't even let it play all the way through. I could have said the whole, but
That's
I
what
could
it
have played.
said. That's what it said.
Man, hey, man. Peter, let me ask you this, Peter, because you a man of you don't think in your emotions like G think. Has Diddy's fate already been decided?
Not entirely.
But do you think me saying something that's going to just make this just a case? Oh man, did you see what they said on Digital Soapbox? We have them now. No, it's not going to be nothing like that, dog. That's on him. That's on him. You see what that man, and why would you want to defend a man that's out there beating up on women? Did you see what he did to Cassie?
The fuck
Did
that
you see
mean?
that? Huh?
What the fuck that mean?
He's a woman beater. He should go down. He's a woman beater. A woman beater is the worst man on this planet.
So you
beat
the
up
worst
on that girl like he did. He's a POS.
Are you worse than the politicians in the world? You cater to
He
bullshit.
beat up on that woman. He's a woman beater, G, and you defending him. He's a woman beater. He's a sucker.
I don't give a fuck what he did. If you was accusing him of being a woman beater, I wouldn't say nothing. If you said, you know what,
he's a woman beater.
I got video.
He's a woman beater. He deserves whatever get to him. He deserves whatever happened to him.
Glasses is not defending Diddy. He's defending the integrity of the system and the process. They're not the same thing.
You just a real.
You know what you're like? You're the type of person that says, "I don't like Donald Trump, so we're going to manipulate the law to go take him down." That's Steele.
So this just team up on Steele today. Y'all cold, man. I'm gonna remember this.
I'm not teaming up on him.
How are we teaming up?
Y'all teaming up on me. So much other stuff we could be talking about. Y'all sitting up here teaming up on me like I'm just the worst dude in the world. I'm probably one of the best people you know.
Wow.
More honestly, I've done a lot for the little kids. I love the kids. I love the youth. I love people.
Michael Jackson.
You know how I feel about when you finna tell that lie about the youth.
I do love children, dog. I love kids, dog. Kids are the business. And I do stuff for kids now that I don't necessarily talk about.
Like what?
Man, I have free camps for them, talk to them and stuff, work them out, do all kind of stuff, dog. I do a lot of stuff for kids, dog. I just gave a whole bunch of footballs to one of the youth programs, dog. I think the youth are our future, for real, dog. I think the kids are our future. And I think this, too. I think, man, you know what? I am responsible about what I put out. That's why a lot of stuff that I do don't come out.
Nope.
I got archives right now, episodes that I've never put out. I'm just holding on.
Mark Gear for the super chat. We appreciate that $2, Mark. Much love, brother. Good lunch. Face Finster. Still, you contribute to the conviction. That's true for sure. Bella Mack. Cassie, like that is, she stayed for a reason. We ain't gonna get into certain things.
Man, there y'all go, man. That nigga's a
shout out to Bijou. I don't believe in victim mindset. Me neither, brother. I don't believe in that neither. Shout out to Sharice Facts, Steele, woman beater.
Yeah, that's right there. He's a woman beater. Shout out to
my brother Facts.
You up here defending him.
I like you, Steele.
And you out here defending a woman beater. You need to be ashamed of yourself, G. As a man that got nieces, as a man that got got a mother he loved, G, you too nice of a dude to defend a woman beater. I'm disappointed in you, dog.
I don't give a fuck what you did. You should be charged. You should be
charged. You are defending a woman beater. He's a woman beater.
I will defend any human being for
you know what? I was one of the main people saying that they had to let him go to trial at first. Once I saw what he did to that sister, I said, burn him, drag him, do whatever you got to do to him.
That's because you're a horrible person.
Whatever happened to him need to happen. What's funny, you ain't gonna find about me. I may be a horrible person. I ain't a woman beater though. I'm not a woman beater. That's for sure.
I'm sure some woman could tell you different. I'm sure you pushed a woman. You did something that you probably
I've never put my hands on a woman before. That's when everything I
called a woman out her name.
No, I don't, man. This thing is calling
somebody their name.
I've called a woman out her name if she called me out my name. If she called me out my name, yes, I have. But I've never put my hands on nobody.
What you saying
and I've had girls hit me. You know what I did? I walked away. Or I held them because I'm the stronger vessel. I'm the stronger species, so I hold them. I don't hit her and beat her and punch on her. That man, I hope the same thing happened to him. You know what I hope happened? I hope the biggest, blackest dude in the whole prison grab him and just violate him, and they run the train on him multiple times. I hope they do that to him. Just like he did that poor girl, just like he did her. Do him the same way.
You cater to him.
Why does a person specifically have to be the blackest? Why can't he be like a big light-skinned guy?
I hope they kick him down. I hope they take advantage of him. I hope they violate him in every orifice and crevice of his body that they can.
I'm glad the truth for you coming out, which makes sense why you actually doing what
he's
you're
a
doing.
woman beater. because he's a woman beater. I have a certain disdain for woman beaters.
He's trying to pander to the female vote. This whole thing has been like a giant Kamala Harris interview
in the same category as a pedophile. I hate pedophiles and I hate woman beaters. He's in the same category. He's a piece of stuff. May he burn. He's gonna burn for what he's doing. What's done in the dark come to light, and the light is turned on that cockroach right now.
And I'm good.
It's over for him.
So that's why. So then
you still defend him. Let him have, and you and Peter over there, allow him to have his due process. Peter, y'all disappointed in you too, dog. Both of y'all supposed to be honorable dudes, and y'all
ain't nothing honorable about mistreating. Ain't nothing honorable about. Let me tell you something, Steele. A society is only as good as it treats its worst person. So I don't care if a man even hit a woman. He still shouldn't be charged for things that ain't true, and everything shouldn't have to come to him because of it. And the fact that
a man that beats on a woman, she is possibly is committing atrocities that probably the worst stuff ever. A
that is not the worst thing ever.
You can't trust him. You can't
that's
trust
not the worst thing ever. And that still don't mean they still. That's
you see how you beat
the right to mistreat him in court.
Killed her. Let me ask you this: if that was your niece, G, you'd have went and did something to that man.
I bet you the court would. I bet you
if that was your niece, you'd have went and did something to him. So don't be a hypocrite, dog. If that was your niece, I know you.
That's not a hypocrite.
You'd have been going to go get him.
Hold on, Steele.
You'd have been going to go get him.
That's not a hypocrite. So
you would have been going to go get him.
First off, I'm gonna tell you a real situation. Here's a real situation. Shout out to my homeboy Loco. Shout out to my homeboy Shani Wani, who just both came home from prison. It was a girl beating on Shani Loco's cousin. They used to live in Linwood. That's probably like 10, 15 minutes from 7th Street Watts, right? Where we from, right? This is a real story. The homies called me. They said, we out there posted up doing our thing. I said, hey, man, this is nigga beating up on my cousin, right? I'm like, all right, like, let's go over there. So we slide over there. We press the nigga. Like, right? We like, nigga, we'll put you under the dirt. Don't be hitting on a homie cousin. We pressed the nigga, right? We got at him. Boom, happened. Check, cool. Told his cousin, leave this dude alone. Don't mess with this dude. Leave this dude alone because we gonna do something to him, right? This is the truth. We come back to the 7, we chilling. 3 days later, the dude is back at our house. They dating again. It's a real story. Dude at our house, they dating again. They finna go back over there. I'm not around. They go over there, just Shani Wani and Loco. They go over there and get at the dude. Shit go bad. They had to shoot him. Shoot him up. Fuck him over. He go to the hospital. They go to jail. Every day the motherfucking lady every day the nigga come to court shot and fucked up to testify on my homeboys, she came with him. It's a nuance to a lot of these conversations. It don't make spousal abuse right, but it also don't mean that everybody is the same kind of victim and that they have no choice. So I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck what Diddy did. Charge him for that. If he was in court for spousal abuse, that's fine. If he was in court for domestic violence, it's fine. If he was in court for assault, that's fine. But your big old ass sitting up here thinking it's cool that they mistreating this man and charging him on a RICO when you know historically a RICO case, no white man ever got charged for a RICO case by himself, but they charge him and you think it's okay because he got to a fight with his old lady. That's what make you an evil motherfucker.
He's a woman beater.
Why didn't the guy who got shot in Linwood get charged with drug trafficking?
He did more than that. You know he did more than that, dog. This dude done impacted a lot of people's lives. You sitting up there making excuses for him. Now, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, let me talk. You gotta sit up there and listen to you, so listen to me. Now, first of all, I understand what you're saying about that. That's been going on in our community for the longest, bro.
It don't have nothing to do with our community.
Let me
talk.
On
in the human race for 2,000
I'll let you talk. I didn't say nothing.
But don't start saying
I'll let you speak in the record. Let me say what I got to say now. Let me say what I got to say now.
Really choice with your words.
You know what happened for the longest, G. It's been things to where you go whoop on a dude because he beating the girl and she wind up with him. That stuff does happen. But this man assaulted this girl. That don't change nothing. The fact that he did what he did.
Charging for assault.
That he don't change nothing. The deal he did.
It don't mean
all the other stuff that he did, and all the other stuff he did.
What other stuff?
All the other stuff they talk about. They just ain't got that man there for no reason.
So now the system of America ain't just inappropriate. And you're right. You're right. Fuck it. Slavery is right. You're right. You're right.
I didn't say slavery.
Remember when this shit happened to you?
See, it ain't gonna never happen to me because I don't do nothing wrong. I don't beat on people. I don't abuse people. I'm not abusive.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm not abusive.
We'll see, black man in America.
I don't do nothing wrong to nobody.
See black man in America. We will see.
It don't happen to me.
We will see.
It don't happen to me because I've done
watch how this works. Watch how this works.
And so you wishing something bad happened to me now?
No, you happy it's happening to Diddy because you felt like he did something wrong.
Happy. See, to be honest
with
you, I'm not happy. We've had that conversation.
We will see.
We've had that conversation. The thing is, bro, if you give people a reason to do certain stuff to you, that's what's gonna happen. You should know as a black man in this country, you have to move a certain way.
Yeah, so that's cool. And you should be just, well, you know what, nigga? You know you're a nigga in this country, so you got what's coming to you. All right, Tom.
I didn't say nothing about being a Tom. You more of a Tom than I ever be. I'm gonna tell you why, because you one of them type of people that want to condone everything somebody do because they black. Oh, he's a brother. He's been mistreated. He's doing they're doing him wrong. They're doing him wrong.
Fine if they was charging him for assault still. I wouldn't have nothing to say because they have the assault on video. I have nothing to say if they charge him with assault. If they charge him with spousal abuse, I have nothing to say. If they charge him with solicitation of prostitution, I have nothing to say. If they charge him for hold up, Steele. If they charge him with possession of gun, I have nothing to say, Steele. If they charge him with possession of firearms, with firearms scratched off, still I have nothing to say, Steele. I have nothing to say. He would have his day in court. But again, it ain't his day in court still because they actually are making it another case. This is another case.
Man, I'm about to call the homie cocaine, man.
Shout out to the homie Craze for the super chat. Much love, homie. We appreciate that $2. It's gonna get some sauce with that food. The cuz just pull a Karen. Yes,
hey, let me ask you this, G. Is you go buy me a cheeseburger with some of the super chat money?
Some of the money is yours. That's why I understand.
Well, I'm just saying, you go buy me a cheeseburger, dog.
That's why me and Steve don't
just make me look like I'm the worst dude in the world. I'm gonna tell you, G. The thing about a woman beater is this. Now, I'm gonna tell you this on the flip side. I don't think a woman should be putting her hands on a man either.
I'm not talking about.
It's not about that. I don't understand why this is about that.
Why are we talking about that? You think first off, my mama whooped all the dudes' ass she was in. My mama is 5-1. I've watched her fight 6 times. She's 5-1. I don't got nothing to say about people fighting. Guess what? They got a place for that and they got a court for that. And if they want to charge Puff for hitting Cassie, put him in jail for it. Fight his case like everybody else. That's wrong. It's against the law. It's assault, spouse abuse, whatever it is. Fine. But that shouldn't let you think it's okay for white people, forgive me, Pete, not regular white people, but the system of oppression in America to mistreat him, to like it's a miscarriage of justice. This is the first time besides R. Kelly where a RICO can be applied to one person, even though the term RICO, racketeering, the charge, is rooted in the term organization. But you don't care about that because you are your disdain for the video you saw. And America knows that. And America knows that. America knows that.
Me as a father, G, if somebody would have did my daughter like that, if that was my daughter on there, the last thing he would be worried about is somebody coming to pick him up and take him to jail and charge him with RICO. I would murder that man. I would hurt him.
It's not even a steal. Listen, that's fine. And you can fight
he wouldn't have to worry about no RICO Act or nothing because I would be taking chunks about that dude.
And that's fine, still. That's fine. I think that's fine, right? Cool. That's fine.
If that was your niece, same thing. We would go tear chunks out that dude. If that was Peter's niece, we would go tear chunks out of him.
I don't even know. I don't know if I would tear chunks out of people just because they get into a fight with a woman. I don't know if that's true anymore.
And this G, I believe in investigating stuff, right? Now, like you said, that girl y'all was messing with, she went and showed up to court every day on them dudes and probably told on them.
No, didn't tell on him, but was with the dude, her dude, telling on him. Because again, people mind state is different. It don't make spousal abuse right. It don't make hitting your old lady right. But guess what? They got a charge for that. They have a charge for that. And he don't have that charge. They have a federal charge. He don't have that charge. And it's fair if he got charged with that. I wouldn't say nothing. I would be like, man, shit, he got to deal with that. Just like when I was selling Sherm every day and committing crimes, I had to deal with it. That's fair. That's how society works.
This would be more tantamount to the situation Glass is talking about. It would be like, well, we don't have the evidence to prove that those two guys shot him, but they are on gang file and somebody else from the gang did something. So by association, we're going to lock them up.
Yes.
It would be like that. You know what, dude? I'm gonna tell you something. Diddy also has a reprehensible history dating back to when he was in school of beating on women. that got put up under that got shoved up under the thing because he had power and influence. He had a party where he killed a whole bunch of people. Died.
That's that gossip again.
No, it's not. Man, this stuff that really happened, bro.
How?
This
You
stuff
ain't got
that
no
really happened.
case or no proof or no arrest, but you said it happened.
Man, no, man. The homie Gene Deal was with them when it happened.
He was a goddamn liar and a nigga that sells his stories for money. I don't believe nothing he said because he didn't do nothing while it was happening.
Nothing. All the stuff. See, I'm gonna tell you, this man in prison.
Hold on,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Hold on,
ain't nobody at your house just came to lock you up.
Hold on, Steele. Hold up. First off, don't never bring that sucker name up to me. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you saw it happening and you was right there when it's happening, the same thing I'm telling you. If you saw some buster ass shit happen and you didn't do nothing about it, you's a buster. So he's a buster.
I would never. Oh, so you saying if I see a gay person doing something, I should go just slap the hell out of them?
I'm telling you, if you at all these gay parties with gay people being gay and you always at the party,
I'm leaving. I'm leaving, and that's what I did. I left. I boned out. I said, man, what the hell is going on? I'm done.
So again, with the boned out language, please.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm boned out. I left.
Shout out, hold on, Steele. Shout out to Ryan from the Know Ya. I'm pretty sure they applied to RICO to signal others they are coming for them too. That's not how RICO worked, Ryan. When John Gotti got hit with the RICO, they round everybody up. When Whitey Bulger, everybody get rounded up at the same time. You don't arrest one person and later on tell everybody coming. Nobody else is gonna get arrested in the Puff case, Ryan, because they wouldn't arrest him.
He means it in that sense. I think he means it in the sense that, like, if you're one enterprise and we're taking down enterprises, we're letting all the other enterprises know you're next.
No,
I don't think he means it within the same enterprise.
He's talking about within the same because he was talking about the context of the conversation we was having. He's not talking about other guys, you know, that had these kind of parties. He's talking about his group, and that's not true. Like, that ain't how it worked. The feds don't arrest one person because then they could let other people go. People could run and flee. So that's why they arrest everybody at once. So no, Puff, just like R. Kelly was the only people charged in a RICO.
See, the one thing that we can't agree on, I don't think his case is a RICO case. I don't think he should be being charged for a RICO case.
So it's a RICO.
I don't think it should be charged. I don't think
you want him to get the sentence of a RICO for another. He need to
be in jail like he is, dog. But I don't think it should be a RICO case. I'm with you.
You would think that he should get the full penalty of the RICO case.
Shout out to Rosie Patton. Thanks for charging us. Thanks for joining the chat again. This is No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you click the thumbs up button on this video. Support the OG Homie Network, the Digital Soapbox Network. Go in the description. Click the link. Subscribe to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you get your podcasts. Executive produced by Charlamagne the God, Black Effect, and iHeart. Shout out to Rosie Patton for the comment. Appreciate you being here, sis. G Malone is absolutely correct. I'm a woman. I'm not with the video we seen, but I'm ready to see the rest of the ones involved in this RICO and racketeering case. This is something else going on. That's the point. But the government knows if they put something out that people find disturbing, that they will not care what you're doing to black men. White people, they couldn't do this to white folks.
Now, this is where I will agree with you at right there all day. I've said this behind the scenes and I'll say it publicly. This is not a RICO case. He wasn't the head of a continuing criminal enterprise. He wasn't out there selling dope.
It is a RICO case.
But I'm just saying it shouldn't be, though, because he wasn't doing none of the stuff that was qualified to be RICO.
You just said out of your same mouth, whatever happened to him, happened to him. That's
but the thing is, I am with that. Keep his ass locked up. I'm with all that. Keep him locked up forever.
So then don't try to clear it up.
The right thing. Don't throw a RICO on there. Don't throw a RICO on there when they could have did the same thing with what they've seen. He's on a woman.
You said the fact that he did that means that he likely does other things, so we'll charge him for things that he's likely to be otherwise doing. That's what you said.
I'm gonna tell you, Gene ain't lying about nothing. Gene did check Puffy about a bunch of stuff.
First off, he's supposed to beat his ass. Fuck cuz. He's a mark.
No, he's not supposed to be. You gotta be in.
Yes, he was. If a nigga hit, you think if you hit Maria around me, we not gonna get into a fight? Let alone if you keep hitting Maria or you keep beating up women, you think me and you ain't gonna fight? You don't know, Glass.
Yeah, we will, and vice versa. The thing is, though.
So then, what you talking about? He did the right thing, or he's some solid.
The thing is this, though. He probably has socked stuff up. Just because he didn't tell us don't mean that it happened.
Still, Don't do
if
what
he
you
was
do.
doing that, that'd be the first thing he'd be talking about.
Man, I should get Gene on here to defend
That'd be
himself.
the first thing. He'd be we're doing a victory lap in the moment.
Gene, holler at me if you out there, dog. Holler at me.
You know his number. Don't bring that sucker up around me. Because if you let all a sucker do some
Why
sucker
you calling him a sucker though? You don't know the man. You calling him a sucker.
He's just
every
elaborating.
story he telling about what's happening. If Big is your man and he got him killed, and you ain't did nothing. Use a mark. Use a buster. Now this where you pushing me. This why you pushing me. So let me tell you what I feel. Here we go. I don't use my emotions much. I usually have conversations rooted in intellect. So let me tell you how I feel. If you let a buster do some buster ass shit around you, use a buster. I'm tired of niggas telling stories about buster ass shit happen. I'm on the community with the homie AD. He telling me it's niggas punching smokers. If you let your homies punch a smoker and you don't do nothing, use a buster. Gene is a buster. How the fuck you letting you saying you going on these different platforms talking about he put his hand on 3-4 women and you was working for him for some money? Use a mark. Nigga, your word means nothing to me. That nigga word means absolutely nothing to me. I don't care about how much America is fascinated with listening to a buster ass nigga tell a story about another nigga. Because if you didn't do nothing to cuz, use a buster.
Steele, what do you think the odds are that in the midst of this whole big media parade and all this shit, that if he hadn't intervened and whooped his ass, that wouldn't be the first thing out of his fucking mouth?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now you don't know. And you wasn't
son
there.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
So how
I know if it was me, now let's talk about what Norman Steele, all I could do is talk about what Steele would do.
So
if Norman Steele was there, I would have got cracking on dude for beating on a woman. I would have got cracking on him. Just like this, G, you my boy, you my brother. Me and you are beyond, you my friend, I love you, dog, you my boy. But if I ever saw you putting your hands on a woman, dog,
you would get at me. You would check me. That's what you're supposed to do. So don't bring up no buster that's letting all this buster ass shit happen. Like he's some kind of honorable nigga. And this is the point. You see how you just said that, Steele? You see how you just said that, cuz? You just said, you know what? I wasn't there, so I can't really say that. That's how I feel about the information you disseminating.
Well, the thing is, I have some proof on some stuff.
No, you got another motherfucker trying to collect. It's everybody's at these puff parties. Oh, I saw a video with the little homegirl, the singer homegirl. She cool. What's her name? She got the kids by Snoopy.
With Snoopy?
Snoopy Badass. It's baby moms. She said she was at a party, at a puff party, and they was doing all this crazy shit. It was little people walking around and tried to insinuate his kids walking around, all this nasty shit. And she said she didn't do nothing. Bro.
Stand-up woman.
How the fuck is everybody seeing this, but you are not a part of the problem?
See, the thing is, though, everybody not capable of beating somebody else. Some people don't know what to do, dog.
Still, that's because you was a buster. You should at least lost the fight. I don't think I could whoop you still. You 2 inches taller. And at this point, you might be 5 pounds heavier. That don't mean I could whoop you. But guess what? I'm going to tell a story about how you whooped my ass because I stole on you because you was hitting these girls. Yeah, I got at him. I stole on him. I mean, he whooped my ass. You feel me? He whooped my ass.
I just think, man, I think you're right to a certain extent, though. But I'm just saying, I think with Gene, it might be kind of unfair. We don't know what he did because I know he has chastised Puffy. He's chastised Puffy. He's been saying
nothing.
He's been consistent with what he's been talking about for years, bro.
Man, Gene is full of shit. And I'm sick and tired of America thinking that he's some kind of honorable, him sitting up here like he telling, man, you got paid and you let all this buster ass shit happen. You never whooped cuz ass. You never stole on cuz. All this immoral shit you talking about, you seen this happening. You say he got killed, somebody got somebody else killed. You blame him for getting these, and you ain't never even pinched a nigga. Man, you can't tell me nothing, cuz you ain't no nigga like that.
He might have stole on Puff for all we know. He might have stole on Puff.
Why would he not say that? Why would he say everything except that? And that would be the thing that would get him the most of what he's looking to gain by saying all the shit he's saying.
Well, you know what, though, dog? I'm going to tell you something. There's obviously a certain audience for this stuff, and this is obviously a big audience. People like seeing this type of stuff, G.
I'm not.
That doesn't answer my question.
People love the train wreck. People love a train wreck.
It's not. You're wrecking the train.
People love a train
yes,
wreck, bro.
People love to see a train wreck, but it's different when you're a conductor. You
saying I'm the conductor and I'm just and just
making the train wreck and then hopping off. And then you like, well, you know, it was another guy on there. He could have started driving the train.
Man,
or you're saying I could have sped up the train and made it a lot worse.
Shout out to Name Brand. It was cool till the money ran out. The problem is, the money never ran out. He got fired.
Who got fired? Gene?
He for sure didn't quit.
No, I think Gene quit.
Yeah, I bet you did after all his unsavory shit.
I think he decided, man, he didn't want to be a part of the madness and quit.
I bet you would like that. That would make him feel more honorable.
13 years of madness, I can't stand another day. Whatever the fuck it was.
I'm so disappointed in the person that Gene Deal is to go around and be saying all this. You letting all this buster ass shit happen, and you sitting up here like you some honorable nigga getting paid for these interviews to say this shit. So
you want me to call Gene and tell him to come on here now?
No, I don't want to have Gene on no mother. I don't even want to talk to Gene in life. I don't want to talk to Gene. I don't never want to see Gene. It's a disappointment as a black man that looks up to older black men. I do not ever want to meet him. I can't do it. And I'm telling you, I don't know how you infatuated with this old bullshit.
I'm not infatuated with nothing, dog. I'm just reporting on stuff. I'm just see stuff that's interesting, dog. And that's not the only stuff I do.
Infatuated with making a living. I'm not mad at that.
That's it. Just for
that's it, dog. Allow me to make it, because it's cool when Art of Dialogue and all of them do it. Them dudes make a lot of money, dog. It's like the thing is, it's cool when they do it, but the moment I do it, I'm supposed to take this moral high ground, like, I shouldn't report on that. I shouldn't report on that. I shouldn't do this, do that.
Listen, we understand that there's different type of men out here that will say and do anything for money. They call prostitutes. I've heard of them. You women do the same thing. Feel me? It happens. It happens, bro. It happens. But the issue is when somebody you know as a stand-up man starts to take the road of prostitution, it's different.
No, I'm not prostituting nothing, dude. If any, you know what? And you got to hear this, because I asked her, I said, what do you hope to get out of all this? Like what's your main objective? Because everybody that go to them parties ain't on no bull stuff. There's plenty of people that went to them parties and took their ass home afterwards and didn't do nothing. And probably had no idea what went on. Didn't have no idea that went on. There's a lot of people that went and went home. You feel me? Everybody that went to them parties wasn't bad, dog. And I would be hard pressed to believe that Hov would go out there and jeopardize everything that he's built, him and his wife done built, to do some stuff with that dude. So I think a lot of these people they got in there, I think a lot of people else out there just to get paid. You can hear me?
That's what me and Pete been saying.
Was we on a delay or something?
No,
he was speechless momentarily.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, I do think there are people that are telling the truth though too.
Shout out to Bella Mac. I speak for all of us in this chat. We think it would be good to bring Gene on this podcast.
Exactly. No. If you're gonna be sitting up here talking about the man, have him on here to defend himself.
No, I don't
answer the question.
Or whatever yes is, I vote yes.
Nay.
At least answer the questions. G, you can't just. Because, bro, one thing about it, you talking about being fair, you want to be the example that you talk about.
I'm not trying to be fair.
Add dude on here before you just pass judgment on him.
Steele, you know I'm a dictator more than any nigga in the world. You know I'm not trying to be fair.
I've been knowing Gene for a while, dog, and I don't think Gene just sat by idly.
You know I'm not fair. You know that ain't me. I'm not trying to be fair. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm not trying to see both sides. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. But one thing still, since we had this conversation is rooted, you feel me, in all the things that's facts, right? Like I've told you before.
Hold on, let me see something, man. Hold on.
No. The point I'm saying to you is, I told you I didn't want you to talk to Sammy the Bull. I don't want to bring a snitch on this platform. I don't care about if the conversation is interesting or it's worth money or anything.
Okay, give me back when you get a chance. All right, for sure. All right.
I don't care if it's worth money or anything. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about money.
G, let me ask you this though. at some point, you got to get out the game, because at some point, even if I don't agree with what Sammy the Bull did, right? That is an interesting conversation. People want to hear from him. That's one of our highest downloaded interviews.
I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying.
I would never want to hear
so you wouldn't talk to
nigga's perspective.
So you wouldn't talk to if you had a chance to talk to let's say Jeffrey Dahmer or somebody like that, you wouldn't talk to him.
I have more respect for a nigga that eat people that's a murderer than a snitch.
The thing is, you can tell him that when he get on the show.
I don't want to tell him nothing. I want him to
you
never.
Tell him that when you get on the show, man. I don't respect what you did. You snitched and whatever. That's good TV, bro. We are in the entertainment business. We not in the thing. Now the thing is, what I would never do is people I would never have on here. I would never have a pedophile. I would never have a pedophile on the show. I would never do no such thing. But
not leave Gene where he's at. I agree, Sharice. Shout out to Bella Mac, 90v1. We win. No, I am a full-out co-leader. We don't win.
What Gene did say though, he said, how he gonna talk about me? He don't even know me. I don't give me a chance to defend myself.
Telling you, based off of the things he's saying happening, and he didn't do nothing. I'm talking about that. Tell him that's what I'm talking about. The fact you always got something to say about a nigga that you was in his face every day taking his money. I don't got nothing to say about no man that I was taking no money from for no multiple years. None. I don't have nothing to say about him, because if I wouldn't have been taking his money from years, if I got something to say about him, I don't got nothing to say about you still. We've been friends forever. You know why we've been friends forever? Because you. If you was a buster, we could have been friends longer than 2 months. We have a problem. We're going to immediately clash, and it's going to be horrible.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think that especially this stuff that we doing, man, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. It's a lot of stuff I don't do, dog. And I think that probably inhibits growth a little bit. It's a lot of it's a lot of stuff I can get cracking on, dog, and make it crack. Really make it crack. But I decide not to. Some stuff I do, but I'm going to tell you what I do. I do vet anything I do. I'm not just going to let anybody come on here and say anything. If they can't prove it to me a little bit, dog, if they don't have no type of receipts, no, you can't sit down with me, because at that point, I can just go get any broad off the street to say anything.
Shout out to the man. Once you snitch, your voice is no longer needed to be heard. I totally agree. Shout out to the homie Revenge, man. It's very entertaining to see him argue, dog. This is really him hanging with the guys, but it's live. This is definitely how we hang, Revenge. When we used to go eat every day. This is it. And it ain't even so much argue, bro. Like, it's not about me trying to present myself to y'all as somebody that I'm not. This is really me. Like, I don't want to, like, it's not snitching like the way people talk about it, like, oh, this guy told on this guy. That's not what bothered me. Like, the general perception of snitching don't mean anything to me. What bothers me, I won't even be too, like, if you don't take care of your kids, we really can't be friends. I for sure ain't hanging with you. Like, if you have kids and you don't take care of your kids, we can't hang, bro, because you're a different type of person. It's the,
I can't mess with nobody.
Lack of accountability. Like, it's the lack of, like, to me, masculinity is defined by accountability. It's defined by accountability. So snitching is when you tell on somebody to not be held accountable for your own crime. I can't hang with you.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I can't mess with woman beaters. I can't mess with people that don't take care of their kids. I can't mess with people that line their homies up. I think snitching is a character flaw. I really do. I really do believe more than anything.
And as far as a man fighting this woman, I'm sorry, Pete, go ahead, my brother.
I was going to say real quick, like, I get what Steele is saying, and I get where you're coming from. I think where there's sort of some parallel on a comparison for, like, broadcasting on snitches. What do they usually do when they get on? They talk about trying to justify why they're snitches.
Yeah, why they didn't be accountable.
And taking the oxygen out of the room for them is sort of like what you see a lot of media platforms when there's like a school shooting or something like that, or a mass shooting. They don't want to say the name of the person because they don't want to give them the fame or accolades that they might potentially be looking for, or whatever else, to try to push back on copycatism, or like the idea that, you know, whatever, that if you do some crazy thing, you're going to be a name that goes down in lore for all of eternity, kind of thing.
Shout out to the homie Name Brand. So as a man, is redemption off the table? Once you tell, yes, redemption in okay. Look, real story, bro. Real shit. So everybody who told in the hood didn't die. Like it wasn't like punishable by death. You would get beat up if you came around, but it's not punishable by death. Everybody didn't kill snitches. You people would kill snitches so in the middle of a case so they didn't go to prison for life. But that wasn't the punishment for telling. What used to happen is people would tell and then they realized that they couldn't hack it, right? In that level of accountability and that primitive level. So they would move far out and become fathers. They would become naming their children. You know what I mean? They would start raising their children. Oh, he wouldn't be called Little Dude Dirty no more. His name would be Daniel. And Daniel, you feel me, would become a man and raise his kid and become a man in that role. That is something that I can respect that a man does. But this particular level of accountability that we call street urban lifestyle, you know what I mean? Yes, you could never gain that back once you tell. Because this is the most primitive level of masculinity.
Let me ask you a question, because I've seen a bunch of dumb stuff. If you in a car, dog, and somebody come and shoot your mama in the head, like shoot your mom, gun your mom down, gun your brother down, and you know who did it, dog. You know who did it. Would you be mad at the dude telling the police that yeah, this dude killed my brother, this dude killed my mama?
That's not snitching.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because there are people that have this, like a lot of people, you know what snitching is to me by definition. This is what snitching is. If me and you decide to go hop a gate, you get away, I get caught. And I say, you know what? Glasses Malone was with me, and it was him. He's over here. He got this and that. That's snitching.
Snitching, still, to even further that, you don't have to be involved in the crime. Snitching is whenever you tell on another crime to not be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law for your crime. So even if y'all not on the same crime,
if there's not personal gain involved, it's probably not snitching.
Yes. If it's just you don't want it, I don't look at that as telling. It's when you use it to be, and shout out to Sharice because she makes a point, is when you tell to benefit yourself. It's not really the benefit to me because I don't even think that's necessarily what I'm talking about. It's when you do it to not be held accountable for the stuff you did.
Yeah, you trying to get off with some stuff. It's like the thing is, man.
That's snitching. Snitching.
I think everybody should be held because we all got choices, right? If you go out, if somebody tell me, hey, Steele, and this is real situations. I remember, man, 10 years ago, somebody presented me with an opportunity. And they said, hey, man, all you got to do is drive this truck, go to Ontario, pick it up, drive it right outside of San Diego to Tijuana, and they go give you $1,000 for every, one of them things that you got, right? You get the money that night, right? I made a choice. It sounded good, though. I could have made $10,000, $15,000 every weekend. But you know what I said? I said, that's a big risk. If I get caught with that stuff, I'm going to jail for a long time. And the people I'm dealing with, I'm going to probably get whacked off if anything go wrong, right? I made a choice, and I said, I'm not dealing with that. If I would have made the choice and did that, dog, and I got caught, I got to do every second of that time and keep my mouth shut because I made a choice to go do it. Nobody twisted my arm to go do what I want to go do, right? All money ain't good money. I made a choice on not to do that. I had another homeboy decide to do that, dog. He got washed. Guess what he tried to do? He wanted to start trying to cut a deal and tell. He made a choice.
Shout out to David Jones. I just don't care for the press runs with people who are complicit. If you see something seriously fucked up, gossip channels aren't the right place. I totally agree. And that's my issue, David, with a person like what's Gene? Cause that's my issue with people who get popular and start to get looks, right? When you're being like complicit to a crime or you're actually a person that was involved with crime and you decide to tell the police that something happened. Like, and I get it. America is fascinated with this 1%er lifestyle, this outlaw lifestyle that we live, right? But it's like, it's also weird when people don't know how to separate, because there's people and everybody, like whoever in this chat, whoever is listening to this pod, you feel me? There are people in your life that are unhonorable. See, in this life, that person is unhonorable. So I don't, when Steele and Gangster Chronicles sat down with Sammy the Bull, I called Steele and I was mad. I'm like, why would you bring this dude who didn't want to be accountable for his job? His actual job in his title, in the description, is to go to jail for the person, not just die, but go to jail for them. So you only told to be unaccountable.
Well, he still wound up doing a bunch of time, though. I don't know. He did a bunch of time still. He still did time.
What do you mean he did 7 years? And he murdered 19 people. And he probably orchestrated. I know I don't want to ever see. I don't want to have no conversation with no man that will not be accountable for things that he did in his life.
And I feel you though, dog, but it was one of our most downloaded episodes ever.
I'm sure McDonald's is one of the most patronized restaurants for food, but that don't mean people should be eating it, and that don't make McDonald's a piece of shit for selling it to people because they can't afford better.
And if our thing is chronicling gangster stuff, especially at that time, I think you have to have all elements on there. Snitching is very much a part of the game.
No, it's not.
Yeah, especially not.
Out of the game once you tell.
So you think by him snitching, it automatically nullified his gangster? I'm just asking, bro. That nullified his gangster, made him not be who he is anymore.
Yes. 117%. Yes. If you tell, whatever you did don't matter.
I do think to Steele's point, I do think it is it's a necessary part of the story. It would be like it's similar to like rap songs talking about all the drugs, money, and pussy, and failing to mention the going to jail part.
That's not the same. Like, you telling your story about how you went to jail is fine. Somebody interviewing somebody to tell a story when they didn't want to be accountable is a waste of time. Like, I don't want to hear the perspective of nobody who wouldn't be accountable.
Maybe you can bring him on there. You say that to him, G.
I would never.
Maybe you bring him on there and you tell him that. I don't think you accountable.
Was on fire. If he was on fire, I wouldn't piss to put him out. I'd walk right by cuz and be like, whatever.
So you wouldn't like who's another real famous tattletale?
None of them, Steele. Not a single solitary one would I piss if they was on fire to put them out.
Let me ask you this: if the Melendez brothers wanted to come on your show, you wouldn't let them on there?
Sure.
You would. So you would have people to kill their mom on there.
Yes.
To kill their parent.
Yep, because they got 30, because they did 30 years in prison. They was accountable for their crime.
They didn't have no choice but to be accountable. They didn't have no choice. They just going to jail.
The one could have snitched out the other.
Yeah.
Half of them could have been unaccountable.
I don't know. I think they both was going to jail for that, bro.
They already
because neither of them ratted the other one out.
Yeah, one of them told his therapist. Silly punk ass. But them niggas is pieces of shit. But I'm not mad at nobody. I would sit down and talk to a POS. I couldn't talk to a man that ain't no man. I couldn't talk to no man that ain't no man, dog. I couldn't talk to no man that ain't no man. I couldn't talk to no man that ain't no man. Shout out to Montega, the parents who sexually abused them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. They did that shit for money. See how the press could use, like,
well, they probably was getting sexually abused.
And this is something I noticed, Pete. Let me tell you, for example. The white media companies use the platform to bring doubt into America's mind. When they made that TV show, you know what I'm saying? And everybody wasn't sure that the parents abused them. Now they're bringing it back to court. They got the attorney. They charging up to get these dudes out of jail. They shot their parents in the head with a shotgun. And the people are coming together to they're going to get out.
Didn't they initially blame somebody else for that? Didn't they initially say somebody else killed their parents?
They said the mafia. They made up some shit, right? And you are using your platform to get Puffy put in prison.
Puffy already in prison. I ain't using nothing. I ain't put Puffy in jail. And I doubt they come back. And she has an active lawsuit against them, by the way. So she has an attorney retained and all that stuff. That Puffy
going to the media with an active civil suit.
I doubt that they're going to be in the courtroom. The judge is going to say, pull up this footage from Hollywood Street King. And they have her on there. See, now there was damning evidence. Boom. And he slammed the gavel. Puffy, you're going to jail for the next 100 years. They're not going to do that, bro.
Public opinion matters still. You got to have some sense of accountability.
They're not going to do that. I didn't put Puff in jail. I didn't tell Puff to do none of the stuff he did.
Yeah, but people put Puff in jail because they started to broadcast certain things. Like the government actually started to research the case because of the content people were making.
And the thing is, bro, I don't think she said nothing on my platform that ain't been said already 100 times.
I didn't know that Puff was sucking his mother titties. That's what she said that you just said to us.
Yeah, that's what she just said. Like, yeah, he was having relations.
And the fact that you could be okay with that and be like, you know what, I should let people hear this. It's crazy to me.
That's not his mother either. That's what she said. She said that's his auntie.
I don't give a fuck if it's his auntie, whoever.
It may help him. It may add context because if he's been getting sexually abused, because see, that's a myth too, is that men can't be sexually abused by these older women when they be having their way with them. It could have messed his mind up, turned him into a deviant. That might be. So that might help.
What's the point of that? That's the same thing as the Menendez shit. It's this blurred line between trying to explain why a thing happened and trying to excuse that a thing happened.
It might help, but G, I love you, man. I gotta go take this dog out. I've been ignoring her for an hour, man. She probably use the bathroom.
All right.
I love you, bro, man. I'll talk to you in a minute.
See you soon, Steele.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit the link at the bottom, man, and go look at the
thumbs up, like the video, the video.
Like the video too. Do all that.
All right, big bro.
All right, bro.
Shout out to Sharice. Hold on, let me make sure I got you. Shout out to Sharice. Mendez abuse should be considered for sentencing phase. Exactly, Sharice. It should be only for sentencing phase. I agree totally, Sharice. That's my point. And they should have to prove it. Shout out to Name Brand. So is Eminem a snitch because he been saying shit about Diddy? No, because a snitch is somebody rooted in telling on someone to actually relieve themselves of their own accountability. It don't got nothing to do with Eminem because he making witty lyrics. Nah, that's not the same. That's why I said snitching is very specific. No ceilings live, the lunch hour, we still here cooking up. Feel me? Shout out to everybody who hit the super chats. We ran through them. My brother Craze, $2. What to do, cuz we on. You already know what we on. We was on still ass. Shout out to my brother Craze again for the $5. Then tell it, cuz sick of these niggas capping for clout on Crip. That point. My nigga Craze again with the $2. Much love, Brody. Cuz being at the right party is insane. That is true. I don't know how he admitting he at these parties. He ain't seen nothing. Shout out to the homie Craze for the $5. Man, Craze really feathers on his own. If you ain't gonna speak, then don't speak, dog. That point right there. Shout out to my low Craze. We done with Steele. Yes, we are done with Steele for that $2. He got his ass up out of here. Shout out to Mark Gear for that $2. Much love, my brother, one of the earliest supporters of No Ceilings. I appreciate everything and all the support. Once again, the homie Craze with that $2. Talking stuff is insane. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And shout out to my brother Craze. Yes, that dude was a Karen. Yes, Steele was a Karen. He was on some Karen shit. So, again, No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour. We'll be back Monday at noon. Appreciate y'all checking in. We finna bust up out this thing. Hopefully, we made your lunch hour worth it. Click the link. Make sure you click the thumbs up before you get out of here. I mean, go on that link. Click the subscription to the No Ceilings podcast. Feel me? Subscribe to it. Apple Podcasts, anywhere where you get your podcasts. Executive produced by Charlamagne the God, Black Effect, iHeart Network. And we back here Monday at noon. Tell a friend, to pull up with the real ones. That part.